Just doing it up. Just doing it up.
Welcome back to Just Doing It Up Week 4. We got a packed show for you. Recaps, Survivor, and punishments, Fantasy Glasseater, Guess the Line, Favorite, Dogs, and not to mention the Money Down Parlay. Klevdog, what do you got for us on the records?
All right, week 3 recap here. We had an up and down week for the boys on the pod. Matt went 1-1, hit on Buffalo -6.5 at Washington, missed on LA Rams last night +2 at Cincy. Ryan 1-1, hit at Seattle -5.5 versus Carolina, missed also on LA Rams at Cincy. Aaron 0-2, missed on Dallas -12.
Shame.
At Arizona.
Shame.
And missed on Washington +6.5. I try to tell them. So here's a recap on the season. We got myself, Klevdog at 3-3. We got Rooster at 4-2. Hello. Aaron coming up the rear at 2-4. But that money down parlay hit, baby. Woo, woo.
Let's go.
Hey, let's dish it. Let's dish it.
Big time, baby.
What'd you get? You started off Seattle.
No, money down. I went Lions.
That's right.
Lions, Falcons. Lions controlled the game. Big performance by the defense. Shout out rookie Brian Branch. 11 solo tackles, 3 TFLs, and 2 passes defended. Huge game. They had 7 sacks that netted 62 yards lost. Aiden Hutchinson with a big strip sack. Lions played a little bully ball, and like I thought, Desmond Ridder kind of held Falcons back. So they got a big game crossing the pond next Sunday. Little 9:30 kickoff.
Toy Story game.
Toy Story game, baby. What about you, Clev?
So I was rounding it out. Why don't you go first, Aaron? Since I was coming up the rear with the last game of the week.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Patriots 15 wins in a row on the Jets. 15. The Jets have not beaten the Patriots since December 27th of 2015. Good Lord. Bill Belichick owns the Jets franchise. Sorry, Robert Saleh, you were doomed from the start. In all reality, defensive game, long Pharaoh Brown tutty, and that was really the difference. Safety at the end, icing on the cake, almost. We were clenching at the end on the Hail Mary, but, we squeaked out of there. Happy with the road win, first win of the season. So just happy with that. You see I got the throwback beanie on to celebrate. I'll pass it to Klevdog, to his slept-on Eagles, most slept-on team in the nation.
Oh yeah, I called it. That Hail Mary down the stretch in that Pats game, that was a clincher. But yeah, like I said, I called it Eagles money line. Let's go. I was sweating it out because mine was the last one to hit. Was that week 1? I spoiled it. It didn't hit because it was that Sunday night game, but Eagles came through. If I was an Eagles fan, I'd be a little worried with them not putting away teams like they should. Seems like they should be hitting their stride coming up soon, but I want to give out my game ball of the week to the men in the trenches in Philly. Jalen Carter, 9th overall pick, 2 forced fumbles, I think. One was super big time coming up, like didn't end on the play. Forced another fumble, but O-line was moving it on both sides. They were opening up giant holes on offense. I heard Aikman at one point say, "Oh, I could even run through that hole the way they're playing." But yeah, that was.
Hey, that's a lot of compliments coming from Aikman to another NFC East team. That's all I'm saying.
I was like taking it serious. I was like looking at the holes. I was like, "This is a pretty big hole." But Aikman's pretty But yeah, I was a little worried. I mean, Baker, like I said, I thought he would hit a little speed bump. He threw a couple picks, which helped out. It was also like right when the rain started. But yeah, money down parlay, baby. First of many to come.
Huge. Getting the ball rolling on that.
And back to those Chargers, the vegan team, as Ryan referred to them as last week. Herbert pulled out the win. Staley might be off the hot seat. Herbert with a massive game. 405 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and 85 completion percentage. So it was a tight one coming down the stretch. Thought that was kind of a interesting game. Like we said last week, we didn't really know what each team is made of.
Still don't.
Yeah, still have no
don't.
idea. The Vikings, I heard this though, they won 11 one-score games last year, 0-3 this year. So it's kind of come back down to earth for them. They had multiple drives to win it. They needed a touchdown. They weren't gonna kick a field goal down 4 with minimal time left. So, I mean,
That whole sequence where they just like bled out the clock was
So much
insane
time.
just to throw an
so
interception.
much time. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's still the biggest mysteries. I think the Chargers are more talented, and I think that's why they won, but it's still so weird, those teams. I don't really have a read on them.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see if the Vikings can squeak out a win down in Charlotte this coming week. But hey, how about my Packers, baby?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
18 unanswered in the fourth quarter. We it was nice to see Love get it together in the fourth quarter. He didn't have the best game. He had like 50% completion, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. So relatively shitty game, but he answered the bell last week. I was saying he couldn't pull off the game-winning drive. They went down there, we scored. And then check this out. We had 32% of our salary cap off the field with Bakhtiari again, Alexander Jones and Watson Jenkins. So defense was holding, still holding. And the Pack scored 18 unanswered fourth quarter. Let's roll, baby.
That Dobbs touchdown was sick. That was so cool. Back shoulder throw, and he contorted his body like a gymnast. Throw the Lynn Swan clip of him, navigating all over the place. In the olden days, he used to do ballet or something, I think. I mean, that's what it reminded me of, the way he moved his body for that catch. It was crazy.
Ryan, would you call Jordan Love on that one pass like a deer in headlights where they tried that backwards pass?
No,
He was
yeah.
still open downfield,
No,
wobbly leg. That's
There's a
2
deer
plays,
on
2 weeks in a
deer
row
on
for him.
hardwood floors.
Restaurant when they got an unexpected guest. You see it there. We're live.
His legs split and this looks so awkward.
Yeah, but all right, that's enough out of my Packers. What do you got for us, Rooster?
I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna keep talking about my Seahawks. Hopefully, keep riding these good vibes. 2 weeks in a row, I've picked them and they've held up for me. I like the way they're running the ball now. Kenneth Walker's starting to gain some traction. They even had Charbonnet, their backup rookie, come in and get an angry run, which was pretty nice to see. But yeah, I think they're still looking good. I'm gonna keep picking them. I just feel like they're a team that's going to get better and better. Gino's starting to look a little more smooth out there, and DK too. So happy with the Seahawks. Not so happy with the Rams. Sean McVay and Matt Stafford. That was a brutal showing. 1 for 4 in the red zone. The 1 was the last possession, and then 1 for 11 on third downs, which was also in the last possession. The deep shot to Puka. I mean, they looked so awful on offense when they got into the red zone. Their offensive line was brutal. It's hard to tell if it was the Bengals defense or the offensive line. Either way, they weren't doing anything to like adjust for the rush. I will say about the Bengals, I love Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard coming off the opposite edges. Got a little nickname for them. I'm gonna start calling them the White Walkers.
Ooh.
He's got 2
And the
2
white
beasts
alternates too, yeah.
coming with the crispy icy whites, dude. They looked good on that defensive side. Offense not so much, but yeah, I mean, big win for the Bengals. Burrow didn't look great. He was sailing balls to the sideline, but they did need the win. So
Yeah, first win of the season.
yeah, they needed it. Yeah, I mean, if their defense can carry them early in the year, maybe they can find something on offense. But Rams really let me down. They really could have won that game if they would have punched it in once or twice in the red zone.
Stafford was under pressure like insane amount the entire game. Also, that first touchdown that they called, they they called back, that got reviewed instantly. I didn't think there was enough evidence to overturn that. That's kind of like a big momentum swing because once they got in the red zone, like you said, they just couldn't convert anything. So an early touchdown would have been nice, but damn, Stafford's got to be hurting after that.
They have 3 downs from the 3-yard line on the first play. They take a sack. I mean, it's like you have no faith in your run game to get it there in 3 downs. I mean, that's crazy to me. And it sucks because they trade Cam Akers and like what, he was the problem. I don't know.
What do you have, Aaron? What were your thoughts on week 3?
A lot of I mean the Commanders they are who we thought they were.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
At least the rest of America. I'm over here believing in nothing, I guess. Their entire existence was a total fabrication.
No way. We got you. Not a chance.
Per the Klevdog blog, Josh Allen starts his MVP crusade, and it started in our nation's capital.
Hey, he's polling for votes in the nation's capital. I mean, I don't know if I can trust him anymore. He sounds like a politician to me. But
Get a hell game.
Sam Howell, Klevdog brought it up last week. I mean, the defense. I don't know if it's the defense or we got Sam Howell being Sam Darnold and seeing ghosts out there. I mean, he threw 4 picks. He had 1 pick through 2 weeks. I know the competition wasn't as tough as the Bills, but I mean, you can't quadruple that in one game and expect to win. I mean, the offensive line play for the Commanders sucked. I know I feel like I'm harping on them, but I mean, it just wasn't good. I mean, every time I thought they had a chance to, it was 6.5, score 2 times. And when you're down 20 and you're like, there you go, we're back in it. Every time they did, it was just another turnover. So tough one on the Commanders. I'll learn my lesson here. They weren't as good as I thought. I think the Broncos just
Well,
you
think
the Broncos, them and the Bears in a foot race to be the worst team in the league. It's crazy. But I'll drop that there. I don't have anything else on week 3. Anything else from Klevdog, Rooster, anything?
Yeah, I mean, to your point about the Commanders, they were just kind of getting by on like what we think now is like mediocre teams, and then they just had a big test come in with the Bills, and they took care of business. But you mentioned the Bears there. They got to be the saddest team in football. They're home dogs against a team, the Denver Broncos, that just got beat 70-20. I mean, maybe we'll get into that later, but holy shit, that's going downhill in Chicago.
You get your equipment stolen, you lose by 30, and your home dogs to a team that got beat by 50. I mean, you're struggling, man.
Who knows what happened to their D coordinator? It's in shambles.
Oh my god, not going there. I don't even
Not
want
touching
to.
that.
Yeah,
dumpster fire.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
For sure. IND Survivor. Quick recap last week. The Cowboys. What the hell?
Shake my head. What the hell?
Rooster, what do you got? What do you got on the Cowboys, man?
I mean, how embarrassing. You do the Ric Flair Nature Boy walk through week 1 and 2, and then you go into Arizona. It's probably 75% Cowboys fans in the stands, and you just get shit pumped.
What's up, man? How you doing? Good. Good. Shoo, 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 shoo. Shots. Explosives.
By a NASA astronaut scientist, Josh Dobbs. It's like, are you kidding me? I mean, that was they just got beat. And I mean, the Cardinals, props to them. I mean, I'm not even that upset that I have to do this like glizzy gauntlet, just considering like the Cowboys got embarrassed.
Hey, did you see what Dak Prescott after the game? He goes, "Well, I guess the media got what they wanted." What a weird comment out of him. Like, what is he that sensitive? What I just thought that was kind of odd. He's like, the media wanted that.
everybody expected you to win. I don't know what the media was wanting out of you.
Yeah, no one was even going to watch the game until they realized the Cardinals were going to rip one off on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, speaking of Dak, like, I mean, people might say he's a good quarterback, but I'm so damn glad he's not my team's quarterback.
He forces the issue in the worst spots.
Gosh.
Man. Yeah,
that interception to lose it was brutal.
No hope there. We don't have to talk about the Chiefs unless we're going to talk about Taylor Swift. But I'll pass it to Klevdog for the punishments and recaps on that.
Yeah, that was an easy pick. KC, Bears in town. Yeah, nice seeing T Swift up in the box a couple times. But so for those keeping track at home, this is Aaron's second strike in the Survivor League. He's going Glizzy Gauntlet officially October 7th. That video is going to hit the YouTube page. So remember, he's got to do 9 dogs and buns in 9 holes. Ryan's Glizzy Gauntlet is coming soon. Date to be determined, but fairly soon. And drum roll, wait for the second punishment for A-Rock. We've decided on a beer mile. A-Rock is going to get dressed up in a combine outfit, tights, everything, maybe some shades, and he's got to drink a full beer every quarter mile. We're thinking under 15 minutes for that, Aaron?
Yeah, that's the goal, but I don't think we're gonna have like a huge repercussion if we don't hit that. I mean,
if you don't hit it, you have to no phone, no outside influence. You have to watch the Bears Broncos game.
Hey, I'm not doing it this week, so maybe the worst game of next week. But yeah, I like that as a tacked on punishment if you don't get sub 15.
You got to tune into the Toy Story.
The Toy Story.
But yeah, so he's going to do the Glizzy Gauntlet first. Ryan's Glizzy Gauntlet's coming up, and then we will get a video out for each of them. That's good stuff. We got Survivor picks coming up now. I'm going San Fran. I don't think the Cardinals are going to – I mean, hopefully not for you guys, but I don't think the Cardinals are going to – I don't think they're going to shock San Fran. So I'm going San Fran. Easy pick here.
I'll take it on. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming, is this the whole pod here going San Fran?
Yeah,
let's just get back in the win column here, A-Rock.
Yeah, I think they're favored by 14.
In the worst way. I need this in the worst way. We don't
that
even
third
have
strike. That third strike's gonna hurt, whatever it is.
We don't have it figured out yet. I mean, comment what you think it should be.
I mean, what is Brock Purdy? Is he like 11-0 as a starter now in the regular season?
Don't say that.
Are we walking into a buzzsaw that is Josh Dobbs?
No.
I thought the Dallas defense was good. I was going to say the 49ers defense is good, but I thought the same thing about Dallas. So I don't know.
James Conner, Marquise Brown.
Hey, I'm still clean. I haven't ran into any losses yet in Survivor, so I hope I'm not jinxing myself.
I mean, you're getting into a tight space with me and Aaron. You might be attached here to a losing phenomenon that
it's also going to get a little hard for me down the stretch because I can't pick these teams again. I got Buffalo, KC, and San Fran, so I'm starting to corner myself.
I mean, but we picked the Cowboys and they lost.
That's fair.
Yeah, I wasn't going for the beer mile immediately after the first punishment. It just happened to work out that way, but that's all right. We'll move on to the Fantasy Glasseater. Rooster, give us a little recap on last week.
Yep. So I went with Zay Flowers, was trying to keep it young. He didn't necessarily light it up. I mean, he was extremely efficient though. 10 targets, 8 receptions. Could have had 9, but he had that blatant grab on the hip at the end of regulation there that they missed the flag on. So
that was pretty bad. Yeah.
I mean, that could have been the big chunk play that, puts him up towards like 18, 19 points. But I mean, what is it? I think it was 14 points in fantasy. So, I mean, decent showing, but I mean, if he's going to keep getting 10 targets with his speed, you'd expect him to break one.
This week, the entire Miami Dolphins offense.
Yeah, I'm just going to install Miami's offense. Well, yeah, exactly. No, I'm going with I'm gonna stick with my Seahawks, go Kenneth Walker. Giants right now are the bottom 10 for against running backs in fantasy. Walker's getting 15 touches plus a week. He looked so good last week. Finally, he's starting to break some, show a little of that burst. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with him against the Giants. I think like playing against the Giants also, they're gonna be in the game for all 4 quarters. They're not gonna get stomped by the Giants. I don't think that the Giants are capable of that right now. So they're gonna be running the ball for 4 quarters. So you expect him to keep getting touches.
That's also that Monday night game where you're just holding on to that last fantasy guy, and you're like, I don't know, I'm down by 40, but hey, he might go off.
I
I like it.
mean,
Yeah, I looked
yeah.
him up recently. Actually, he got like 70 yards last game, like almost 5 yards a carry. I like it.
Big week. So we're gonna try and keep that one going.
Like it. I like that pick. Guess the line, Klevdog. We
Oh,
got
baby.
Ravens at Browns, AFC North. These teams don't like each other. What do you got?
Throw out the record books when these two get together. I feel like they're kind of like two similar teams, like underperforming. Baltimore coming off a soggy loss at home, poetic ending with Baltimore Ravens fans with that missed call, and then also the Justin Tucker field goal that just falls out of the air.
It looks so good. It looks so good.
Dude, I just want to inject that into my veins.
Serotonin boost.
Ravens fans getting so pumped. Oh, our God, Justin Tucker. Nope.
It's like stepping out on a sunny day for the first time.
2 years in a row. They ran into Minshew Madness. That's what they ran into.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. The Ravens offense has just been kind of blah lately, but Cleveland at home, they're coming off a good win against the Titans. So I'm going to go -3 since they're at home. I'll go. I don't see the Ravens even. I'm going to go -3.5. Cleveland at home. Book it.
The line right now is -2.5. So we're 1 point off. Correction from last week. So last week was
back.
0. Back. We're slowly trending in the right direction. We have the next week as our kind of like template. To get what you're looking for. I don't know if Klevdog's missing on purpose to bring down the average.
No. We got, so we're through 4 weeks now. I got 6 total points. Next week, we'll come up with the target number after the average of 5, and then we will come up with a punishment that'll be dealt, I guess, the week heading into playoffs. Hello.
Yep.
But I'm back on track with within 1 point. I'll take it.
Hey, any points are good points. Let's move in to our favorites, and let's pass it to Klevdog first.
Yeah, so let's see. What do we have here? I'm going with those slept-on Eagles. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone knows they're a good team, but they're just kind of squeaking by. I don't think they're like too happy with the result. Like you mentioned, A-Rock, like Jalen Hurts just kind of looks pissed off. He had a couple bad picks, but they're still handling teams well. Like I mentioned earlier, so the pick is -7.5. Eagles hosting Washington Commanders. I don't think the Commanders are that good of a team. I don't think Sam Howell's the guy. Like you said, he's coming off 4 interceptions. I mean, I think they're going to start to actually put it together and finally put teams away like the Eagles should be doing. Kind of all season, they've just kind of been lingering around, but yeah. I got it. I feel pretty good about this. It's a decent bit of points, but Philly at home -7.5. That's the pick. What do you got, Rooster?
Good pick. I like it. I'm going to turn back the clock to 1519 when a Spanish conquistador, Hernan Cortez, brought his 600 men to the shores of Mexico.
As everyone knows.
With the hopes of prosperity, yes. Their goal was to conquer the new land for colonization, and he was well aware that the Mayans were there, or the Aztecs were there, and there'd be some strong opposition. But in order to motivate his soldiers, what did he do? He gave one simple command.
Burn the boats?
Burn the boats.
Yes.
That was their only option. death or prosperity. I'm saying this because there's another team crossing the Atlantic this week. My Jacksonville Jaguars heading to London, railing from 2 straight losses, faced with back-to-back games in London. Burn the boats and don't come back till you've reclaimed the form we saw last year heading into the playoffs. I'm going Jags in my annual Hernan Cortez Burn the Boats game of the year.
You do always have that game of the year.
Every year.
Boats.
Burn the boats, boys. A-Rock, what do you think? What are your thoughts? What's your pick?
Oh my gosh, that was so good. Props to you, Rooster. Have me tearing up. I wasn't expecting that at all. You know, as it wasn't all the germs. It was the motivational speech that wiped out.
Hey, you know, you got Oregon's coach talking about they're playing for clicks, we're playing for wins.
Right? They're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins.
Hernan Cortez was the original pregame speech.
Hey, Hernan Cortez wants to know where Lou Holtz is right now.
Like, I'd like to know where Lou Holtz is right now.
He's ready to go. He's got his players ready to play. That's awesome. I got the dogs themselves. Ravens going to the dog pound. I think the way the Browns played last week without Nick Chubb against a team that we, thought could be something after beating the Chargers at home. We wrote them off as a pod, but the Titans, they got blanked at the Browns. So I like the way they're coming in. I think Kareem Hunt's going to get more touches this week. And Deshaun, as much as I don't like him as a person, I think he's coming back into form a little bit. The Ravens starters, a bunch of injuries there. We'll have to see. We do this pod on Tuesday, so we'll have to see what their injury report's looking like. But they had 7 starters out last week. That definitely played a factor, in my opinion. You don't let up 22 points to the Colts without Anthony Richardson, without the starters having an effect. So I love the Browns defense. Myles Garrett is just constantly dominant. So Browns -2.5. I think it's going to be a tough game, but the field goal, winning by a field goal, is in the future, I think. So speaking of dogs, Klevdog.
Yeah, I like that pick. Ravens just don't seem like themselves, like you said. It's probably due to the injuries, but I like it. All right, we're on to the dogs of the week. So Ryan touched on it earlier. Seattle's traveling to the East Coast Monday night under the bright lights, primetime game. But last night I liked what I saw out of Tampa in a loss. I mean, Baker hit a couple speed bumps. I'm going with Tampa Bay +3 on the road in New Orleans. I think we're gonna get a Jameis game. Derek Carr's out. I don't know. I like the moxie coming out of Tampa Bay, and they're getting points on the road. Jameis is gonna have to answer the bell. He's probably due for a couple picks, but that matchup's kind of funny. Baker versus Jameis. But that's the pick. Tampa Bay +3 on the road in NOLA. Rooster.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I like that Saints defense. I like
Saints
them a lot.
Defense is good. Yeah,
but
it's definitely going to be
against
defensive.
the
That second half with Jameis, that Saints offense was just not doing anything.
Yeah.
But who's coming back this week?
Oh,
Kamara's coming back, so I mean maybe he gives them a jolt because they were lacking out of the backfield last week as well. But
that detail that might have snuck by me, Alvin. But anyways, I'm going Tampa Bay +3.
Just ride it.
Yeah.
I was on them. I was on them as well, Clev. And then I looked up his suspension, and I was like, "Oh, uh-oh."
I mean, I was going the opposite way. Honestly, I was like thinking Saints, and then I realized Carr was out, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want to be like placing reliance on old Jameis, but
Buccaneers defense is just as good, I think. I mean, they let up 25 points to the Eagles, but they did not have a lot of help on the other end. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I mean, well, they had that interception too on like the half-yard line. It was like Jalen Hurts smart play, throw a pick on the half-yard line to set up his defense for that safety. So got to account for that.
He does have that intangible.
The wherewithal,
Yeah.
yeah. Hit us with the dog, Rooster.
All right, yeah. You put up 70 points, and next week you're a dog, I guess. I'm going Fins against the Bills. I think these are two great teams, but I think it's pretty simple. The Bills rely on their Jimmies and Joes. The Dolphins, while they have the Jimmies and Joes, they got the X's and O's too. I think Mike McDaniel's cooking right now.
Preach.
I think just the way that they're playing offense, man, it's insane. It's so fun to watch. And I'm also thinking back on last year's playoffs. They played each other in the playoffs in the first round. In Buffalo, Dolphins lost by 3. That's without Tua. So I'm thinking second year of the system. I'm thinking that they're going to be able to at least, I mean, you're getting +3 and you put up 70 points last week. I'm feeling pretty confident about it. I know the Bills are good, but I think it's going to be a shootout. So
that is wild. It's in Buffalo. I think the weather is going to be like not shitty. It should be like mid-60s. So that shouldn't be like too big of an impact from Miami traveling on the road. But that is wild to be underdogs like that on the road. But we shall see. What we getting into next, A-Rock? Got the money down parlay?
Got one more dog in us.
hold on.
Hold on now. Got the Patriots in my heart from the money down parlay last week. I got them as dogs against the Cowboys +7. You know who didn't lose by 50 to the Dolphins? The Pats. So I think Bill Belichick's scheming. I don't think he's going to let Micah Parsons beat us. I think the offense is still a work in progress, but I think the defense is always going to be there. I think 7 is too much. I think it's going to be a tough game for us to win, but I don't think.
Are you worried about your quarterback taking shots at other guys in the McCorkles?
We had Tom Brady sliding into people's thighs for years. I'm not worried about it. It's just a little horseplay on the field,
the Patriot way.
Hey, whatever advantage we can get out there. No, I don't condone that shit. That's a wild move for a grown man to be nut tapping somebody else making millions of dollars. Yeah. But don't love that, but I do love the pick. +7, I think it's too many. I think although Dallas is going to be hungry at home, I think Bill's going to have enough there and schemed up for their playmakers, defense and offense, for us to stay in this game. So that's how I feel. But now, what we all been waiting for, the MDP
money down. Let's go.
Yeah,
money down parlay, baby.
Alrighty, we're coming off a dub, first dub of the season. Let's keep it momentum going. Remember, this segment's sponsored by Rover. I'm on the dog walking app. I'm getting those walks in, except this week. I got furloughed this week by the dog owner because she didn't need me. So I'll bundle all those dog walks up next week, throw it into the parlay. I'm bankrolling this week by myself. No big deal.
You don't need any walks this week, Clev. We're dog walking Vegas. Let's go.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that. And it became personal with me.
Oh, shout out. The pick is Minnesota on the road in Charlotte, money line. Playing it a little safe. They're favored -3.5. I think these are two kind of shitty teams, but I'm picking the lesser of the shitty teams. I think Kirk Cousins is going to pull it off. I don't think – I'm a little surprised they're 0-3, but Bryce Young's day-to-day. I don't think he's going to play. Honestly, the Red Rocket's not bad as a backup. Like, that's probably the best backup in the league. But I think Kirk's hungry. I think he pulls it off. I'm going Minnesota on the road in Charlotte, money line, book it. What do you got, Rooster?
Yeah, good pick. Minnesota needs it. I've been talking about them 3rd week in a row. Well, I guess they lost week 1, but 3rd week in a row, I'm picking them. Seahawks +1.5 against the Giants. You can think about this, you bang a couple threes in a row. What do? You call for the heat check 3 weeks in a row. I'm feeling confident. I'm letting it play out. Monday Night Football. The boys hit their picks. It all rests on my Seahawks and Geno's shoulders. And we go into the Meadowlands and shit pump the New York Football Giants. I'm riding with the Seahawks. A-Rock.
I want to hear boos from the Giants fans. I want to hear it by the time that game's over. I'm going with the West Coast Vegans, the LA Chargers. We're going to trust in Herbert. Austin Eckler made of glass. Don't know if he's going to be available. No run game to speak of. Don't care. Like Klevdog said, 400 yards. Who gives a shit? We're riding it, but not all the way. Not all the
Nope.
way. We're going to go alternate spread. We're going to give some points back. We're going to give some odds back. But we're going -3 instead of -6. Better odds than the money line.
A-Rock, he's hitting him with a little heel, mini-me. Heel.
Heel mini-me. Yeah. Come on, got me a Marlin. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Hey, I don't need him all the way. I don't need him all the way by a touchdown. I just need him by a couple. I just need him by a field goal.
I like
love
it. I like the Monday night play too. That'll keep us up. And
Keep us-
there's no
keep us
there's no
sweating.
doubleheader this week, so we'll just get to indulge all in our money down parlay.
Good.
Yeah, didn't love that out of ESPN, especially with the Monday night countdown flips. Whatever.
Dude.
I don't know. Pet peeve.
I had to go double TV to get the games on, and then on my small TV they would split the small TV, and I'm like, oh. Anyways,
All right, to wrap up, I do want to talk about the Ryder Cup this weekend. I saw the odds this morning. I don't know if they're still there. We got Team Europe at +115, a home dog to the US of A. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Is A-Rock going heel? That's right.
Oh,
I'm putting money on Europe.
Oh, come on.
I'm putting money on Europe.
you scumbag.
Nobody.
Hey, USA all the way, baby.
Oh,
JT's going to take us home. He's not stopping. He's hungry. He's heard the noise. He's going to silence the critics.
It's the ultimate hedge. What do you guys not understand? If USA inevitably blows it, losing to Ludwig in Europe, like they always freaking do, I get to make money. If I don't, the USA wins.
All right,
Who cares?
Heel.
All right,
Going
Benedict.
heel. Shout out
Unreal.
to very unpatriotic. You should have to take off that Patriots hat.
Hey, maybe King George had something right over there. I don't know.
Rooster, you got anything on the Ryder Cup yet?
Not yet. I guess I have to root against my boy Rory, which is you start wearing the stars and stripes, that's no issue at all. But I mean, I'm excited to see what Spieth and JT look like. They have that like
Fucking
aura of being a great team, but
worst
with
captain's pick. Yeah,
with
worst.
JT being down, curious to see if he's. Dude, can you imagine JT just playing out of his mind?
Or
It would be
the opposite and just
Oh.
implodes. Like everyone just piles on and
like,
he
damn,
never comes back.
It's like, damn, this dude didn't win a tournament all year for a reason. Oh.
Yeah, great pick, Zach Johnson. But hey, back to NFL real quick. I got something to wrap up. Open letter Colin Kaepernick sent to the Jets owner.
Oh my god.
He wants to be a practice squad quarterback, not a starter or a backup. He's writing to be a backup quarterback. This was posted online by known rapper J. Cole. And we don't need to talk about Kaepernick, but that just opens Pandora's box. Should the Jets be pursuing someone solid, maybe a veteran, not necessarily Kaepernick, because I don't think that's the answer, but
They signed Simeon today. Why is this even a topic?
I got the J. Cole news. the Simeon news didn't hit my desk. I don't know if he's the answer either, but
no,
okay.
no. I'm not. No, I just. It's always like every year. It's like a team loses a quarterback, and it's like Kaepernick. He's been out of the league for 7 years. It's crazy. I don't know. It's
Sign
like
this man.
pay this man his dues.
I'm in his corner.
No, I wasn't trying to cut you off there or anything, but I swear I saw Schefter report that they signed Simeon.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, they
I
did.
guess they need a backup or a starter.
They let go of Mike White. Look what happened down there. He's thrown to the chosen one down in Miami. So I don't think I have anything else. Boys.
Hey, quick shout out to our boy Steiner. Got married last weekend. Boys got a little banged up at the wedding. Put on the dancing shoes. It's a good time.
Hey, best meatballs I've ever had at that wedding. Shout out Mr. and Mrs. Stein. Great wedding.
John, Hope, great job, guys.
Yep. Shout out. Loved it. Thank you for having us. And thank you to everybody who watched. Subscribe, like, comment, do it all. We're here for you the rest of the NFL season. Cheers, everybody.
Let's get that parlay.
Money down.
We're not affiliated with a gambling site or sponsored in any way. If you're going to gamble, please do so responsibly. For gambling problems, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Gotcha. All right, keep it rolling.
Yeah. Talk about. Start with your point about the Chargers. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, God damn it. The fuck? I could have just kept talking.
I had no idea where we were at. That's my bad.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were kicking it to me to talk about the Chargers, so I was just like confused.